Hi, I'm Alex Mackenzie, filling in for Sam Tonning. We have an amazing show lined up for you guys. You're going to get to see stand-up comedy from Sharon Mahoney, learn some interesting springtime facts, hear music from the greatest one-man talk show band, Jake Reed, and now your host, Mr. Brad Martin.
Yes. All right. Right on. Thank you. Good to be here. Hello, Sam. Yeah, awesome. Jake, how you doing?
Very well, Brett.
Huh? You know something's going on with Sam?
Yeah, he's looking better these days.
That's fine. I don't hate him tonight. I don't know what it is, but it's good to be here. We got a great show lined up. How are you doing, buddy?
Pretty good so far, Brett.
Yeah. That's I'm sorry. I'm used to Sam being here. Sam, do we know where Sam is tonight?
No idea.
Well, do we care?
No idea.
No, we don't. So that's good. You're Alex. Good to see you here. So what have you been doing since I saw you last?
Well, I mostly just hanging out around playgrounds looking for Sam Tonning.
Are you sure you're not Sam? They have the same thing. It's good to have you. We got a great show tonight. Do we ever? Very funny comic. Sharon Mahoney's here. You did a show with Sharon last night, did you not?
We did, yeah. Sharon and I did a comedy night in Canada.
Yeah,
it was a good time, lots of fun over Zoom.
We got. Do you know what else we have tonight? Jokes. We're gonna try some jokes. It's gonna be pretty good. They're not. Some of them are actually pretty racist, but that's what editing is for, so we can get rid of those. Tell me anything interesting happened to you in the last week.
I got a new pair of shoes, Brett.
Oh, really? Mm-hmm. From Payless or something? Or?
No. I just found them.
Do you know something funny? That's how my girlfriend gets the majority of her shoes. She finds, and the weird thing is they fit. So where did you find yours?
So I found mine on the corner of Cambie and Main, and don't try to find that corner.
That's a weird thing. I didn't know people could just find shoes. Who leaves their? Has anyone ever? Jake, have you just left your shoes somewhere?
Just my closet.
Just closet. Yeah, that's where they usually go. I've never been walking out and like, yeah, you know what? Fuck these shoes. I'm just gonna leave them on the ground, and then who knows who's gonna get them? Alex Mackenzie apparently, or my girlfriend. It's always weird wearing another person's shoes too, because you're like, what? Like, it's just you feel bad for them. Like spiritually, they're like infused with someone's like just giving up. Like like they're just living their day and they're like, I don't care anymore. And you're like, yeah, fuck, perfect. You got an athlete's foot now, but you also have two shoes. So, boy, you know what? It's so much better to have you here than that other guy. I don't even remember his name anymore, do you?
Sam.
Who was that? I only know is Alex here. We got a great show. Happy you're here, filling in. And let's start the show the way we always do. Who's ready for some jokes?
Yep, I'm ready for jokes, Brett.
Perfect. And that's the enthusiasm we always get. Let's start with, here we go. This is an interesting story. I don't know if you guys heard this. A woman in India is seeking divorce from her husband after discovering that he's bald. Interesting. The news makes me happy that I'm taller than my girlfriend.
Is that why her shoes don't fit you?
That doesn't make any sense. Well, actually, now we miss Sam. No, her shoes, oddly enough, don't fit me. She is a small woman, and I am a large woman. So they don't fit very well. Speaking of women, here's a joke for you. It's International Women's Day just the other day. How did you celebrate International Women's Day?
By having an all-male comedy show.
That's the way to do it. Jake, how did you celebrate International Women's Day?
I called my mother.
That's a good way to go. I gave my girlfriend 70% effort. That's what, it's a pay joke. Get it?
Yeah.
Anyways, this joke, it doesn't need to be about women. It could be about anyone. The Netherlands government has rejected pleas from the nation's sex industry workers to return to work despite assurances they can provide services while following the COVID-mandated 5-foot distance rule. In a related story, Dutch men have huge penises.
I guess that explains the windmills, Brett.
It doesn't. How does that explain the windmills?
By the size of the windmills.
Oh, they're just swinging their 5-foot cocks around? Is that they're providing wind power?
I explain it to if you're not a big windmill guy, but...
I'm a huge cock guy, though, so I figured that would make some kind of sense. I don't really... I'll tell you, a 5-foot cock a little much. Like I've always said, no more than 4 feet. Like, just really, who needs that much cock? That's got to be tiring after a while, lugging that thing around everywhere. That's probably like you probably need shoes for it too. Do you have a 5 foot cock, Jake?
Not here with me.
That's not an answer I was expecting. Now, here's our final joke, and I'll tell you, not the best one, but it doesn't matter. This is a weird story. And apparently this isn't the first time that this has happened. A Tarco Airlines Boeing 737 was forced to make an emergency landing in Dubai this week after the pilot was attacked in the cockpit by an angry and aggressive cat.
Okay.
So, that's strange. Airline officials have promised a thorough investigation as well as suspension of the recently launched Kitty Cat co-pilot program.
Brett, that's going to be devastating to Boeing's plans because that was their solution to the Boeing jet crashes.
Oh, the Max, yeah, because Well, because the cats have 9 lives, so they just keep crashing the fuckers? Is that
No, it was because cats always land on their feet, Brett.
Oh, that they do. So I'll tell you, if I ever got in a plane and saw that the cat was the co-pilot, immediately I'd be like, no, sirree, Bob. No, dogs only. All right, like. Anyways, those were the jokes. They were, let's face it, the best jokes that we've done yet, and we got a great show. We got some learning to do. Alex, let's grab a seat. And let's learn some stuff. Let's go.
All right.
Well, those were some fun jokes. Hey, Alex.
Yeah, that was a good time, man. I liked it. It was all right.
That's why you're a good fill-in psychic, because you like the jokes that weren't likable.
Thank you.
So it's good to have you here, because you've been here before. We had you as a comic not so long ago, actually.
Yeah, I came up here. I put too much powder on my face last time. It was pretty embarrassing.
Was that powder?
Yeah.
So since you've been here, you've launched these Zoom shows.
Yeah, so basically what we did is we just ripped off Hockey Night in Canada, Brett, if you're familiar with it. We took the logo, we just took the word hockey out of it, put comedy, called it Comedy Night in Canada. We even made the CBC logo just into a little microphone. So I think I can get skate on that. We're good.
That's good. Yeah, copyright infringement at its best.
Yeah, that's what you want to do. You get a graphic designer to just steal it. Steal good ideas. That's
you know that very iconic logo. But give me that exact one.
Yeah, yeah. We just do that. It's good. Actually, you were on the show.
That was.
You headlined the show like 2 weeks ago or something.
I went last.
I went last. He said
it was interesting because for those of you home that don't know what a Zoom show is, everyone knows what Zoom is now. It is basically you stand in the corner of your living room and you talk to your phone.
Right.
And then you hear laughs because there's delays on the laughs. Mine didn't come in for like 2 hours, barely. And, something about space I don't quite understand, but yeah, they're a lot of fun. It was definitely it's good to do stand-up because obviously you can't do live shows now because the Do you know about the pandemic?
The pandemic.
Yeah.
I know about it. Yeah. It's going on. It started last spring, right?
It's been a year now, and apparently you can't do live shows, but it's a lot of fun. Where can the audience get tickets for?
Just go to alextellsjokes.com or just Google Comedy Night in Canada, look for our ripped off logo, or anywhere like that.
Make sure you check it out. And we're very happy here because the big difference between you and Sam is that you shower, and I really appreciate that.
I started doing it during the pandemic for a hobby because you're always at home and there's not much to do. So I mean.
So it's a great idea. I should look into it myself. But it's also, you mentioned it is spring. It's a new season, and a lot of people right now they're confused. They don't know what to do.
So what do we like to do on this show, Brett?
We like to educate people.
Yes, we do.
We are actually certified educators, and we thought, what better way to get everyone ready for the season than some spring facts? Are you guys ready for some springtime facts?
Uh-huh. All right.
Brian gets paid to do that. So let's do some springtime facts. I don't know if you knew this one. This is very interesting.
Okay, I'm excited here.
The month of May uses the pronouns they and them.
Really?
Yep.
Did you know that, Brian? I thought it went with thy.
You would think, but you would be dead wrong and a shame to you and your family.
My family would be ashamed of me.
Extended family as well. Everyone just it's obviously they and them. Brian didn't know either. He's ashamed to just many families. Not even his.
Good thing that this is my family's not gonna see this then.
Most don't. This is an interesting fact. On April 16th, 1957, popular college spring break destination Daytona Beach, Florida, saw the world's first case of gonorrhea.
Whoa, I bet you it won't be the last one either.
Probably. Have you ever had gonorrhea?
Twice. Yeah. Dude, just take a pill. It's like $20. What a deal.
That's it?
It's cheaper than using a condom every time, pretty much.
You know what? That's great. That's
For the odds that you get it. Like, I mean, you know?
what are the odds?
The odds are probably like
If you had
one.
twice, they're 66%.
Yeah, exactly, right? I mean, exactly.
That's
rude.
I don't know. I don't think of it.
I'm worried
It
about
just
that,
hurts
yeah.
when I urinate all the time. But I think that's just because I drink so hard.
Right.
I don't know. This is another great fact. It was in spring was invented in Germany in 1781 by Bardewulf von Springstuber.
Really? What are the odds that he has spring in his name and he invented? That's so weird, right?
Ended up being 100%. Interesting. He was trying to invent toothpaste and then said spring.
Really?
Yeah, you never know. Chemistry is a weird thing.
Was the brush out already and he was just trying to find something to put on the toothbrush?
Yeah, it was like cart for the horse sort of thing.
Right.
On April Fool's Day, which is a great holiday.
Favorite one.
Isn't it a good fun?
It's a pretty good one. Oh, did you ever do any trick?
Yeah, all the time. I go around dressed up as a cop and tell people that they've lost loved ones. Hilarious.
That's the funniest thing I've heard.
Man, it's just nothing but laughs. But on April Fool's Day, it is legal to start barn fires as long as you clearly state that you're joking.
Right? Do you tell people you're joking after you tell them their family died?
No. You
Oh, right. You don't have, because it's not a fire.
Well, you don't want to break the joke, right?
Right. Good point.
Spring actually officially begins on the vernal equinox.
Right.
Which is, of course, when the vernal equinox happens. All children born on the vernal equinox are colorblind and have scabies.
Scabies.
Scabies, it's true.
I would have guessed lupus.
Nope. Or some people think scabies, but no, it's scabies.
Isn't that what you had last week on your back?
Still have it.
Okay.
This is interesting. Starting in 2023, a sponsorship deal kicks in that will see the season rebranded as Springtime by Hyundai.
Hyundai is sponsoring spring.
Yeah.
That's a good deal. How much did that cost?
Apparently, a Toyota Tercel. They had to donate.
Really? Okay.
I'm excited because I have a Hyundai Elantra, so I am going to be super cool.
I thought you were going to say springing ahead.
That's good. Well, the time moves forward,
Right.
But not in Saskatchewan. It remains 1972.
Yeah, that's a good one.
And our last fact, this is actually relevant for this year. Pharmaceutical giant Bayer will be releasing the world's first 100% effective vaccine for spring fever.
Really? Dude, a lot of vaccines this year, right?
It's the time for it. The good thing is, you know what? This time next spring, there'll be no restlessness. There'll be no wanting to have sex all the time. Just sitting around being depressed.
That's genius. I'm really happy I was part of the springtime special here with my lisp. Just find more S's in there for me, you know?
That's yeah. Hey, why do you have one? Did you ever think about us not having one?
Dude, no. How do you do that?
You just willed out. Because I used to be allergic to nuts. And
Right.
then I woke up one day and I'm like, no. And then, boom. Not
And then
allergic
gone.
to nuts anymore.
Yeah, it's really frustrating having a lisp and not being Mike Tyson, you know?
That's well, you're in good company.
Yeah.
Speaking of good company, we have a fantastic next guest.
Really?
Because, we were talking about holidays earlier. There's a lot of great holidays in spring. April Fool's Day, International Roof Day.
Right. I remember. Yeah, right. Right.
Interprovincial Alligator Day, which is, I don't understand that, but we have it. But the biggest one of all, undoubtedly, is Easter. Everyone knows about Easter. Yeah. We all say, hey, Jesus is dead. Let's party. This guy, though, is going to teach us about Easter in a different part of the world. Please welcome one of the biggest celebrities we could possibly get. It is Chinese Easter Bunny.
Hey, what's up? It's the Chinese Easter Bunny.
In the house.
Make that joy, motherfuckers.
It's good to have you here, Chinese Easter Bunny. It's I'm impressed we can have someone like you here. So I was wondering, could you please tell us about Easter in China?
It's great. Easter in China, best holiday, okay? Because none of that Jesus crap, because Jesus is illegal in China, right?
Illegal.
Right? So it's all me. It's all the Easter Bunny, the B-man in the house. All the time. Oh, yeah.
That's nice.
Yeah,
The star of the show.
Yeah.
Oh, man, that's gotta be nice not to compete with Jesus. So, I'm glad that you have a basket of eggs because I've always wondered.
Yeah.
You are a mammal, and a male one at that.
Way to assume my gender?
I'm
Right. Brett.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry for that.
Whatever.
You're right, though, but, you know.
Okay.
Just checking.
Yeah. All right. I
Just
won't do that
checking,
again.
you know, Canadian culture. That's part of their culture. It's, you can't assume.
You got it down. You're worldly, my bunny friend. So I was wondering, where exactly do you produce these eggs from?
Oh, easy. London Drug.
There you
Makes
go.
sense.
That's where I buy the laxative.
You have
The
London drugs in
laxatives?
China.
Yeah, I have London drug in China. We call it Beijing drugs, right? Because London drug triggers some people, right? when we talk about London drug in China, we're
Why would
talking
that
about
trigger people? I don't understand.
when we talk about London drugs in China, we talk about opium. Remember?
No, I don't remember at all.
Oh yeah, white people never remember their atrocities.
Atrocities. I don't like. What? I don't know what you're talking about.
All right,
No, I don't either.
we can pretend you don't know what you're talking about. That's fine.
So they're laxatives that are you.
Oh no! I eat the laxative. I mix it with my carrot here, right? And then I shit out the chocolate, right?
Really?
Right. I open this. It's all poop.
I like how you shit
Yeah.
out your chocolate.
Yes. I shit them out, right? It's like circle.
It's like
Squares.
Jesus turned water into wine, and
Yeah, I turn.
Chinese Easter Bunny, on Jesus' death, apparently, turns carrots into chocolate.
Yeah.
It's a skill in his own right. So, what is your favorite part about Easter?
Oh. You know
No, that's why I'm asking.
that thing you guys do.
Your favorite thing about Easter is that thing that we do.
Yeah, that thing you guys do. The thing. You know, the thing about the thing.
I don't understand what you're talking about. Are you on drugs, Chinese Easter Bunny?
Yeah, man. I'm on carotene. I'm on carotene, bro. Best drug there is.
Can you tell us something that we don't know about Easter?
Oh.
I'm going to guess that you can't.
No.
This is your expert.
Yes.
Listen, we don't have a big budget on the show.
Yeah.
But I'm saying, listen, it's a big get to have here. And, you know, I'm glad you're here because I have a question I've always wanted to ask the
All right,
Chinese
all right.
Easter Bunny. Is what is the official Chinese Easter Bunny stance on the Uyghur internment camps?
You mean the Uyghur Re-Education Center?
No,
The free Uyghur Re-Education Center.
No, I'm talking about the program that the Canadian government has described as a genocide of innocent people.
Remember when your prime minister said we need to give free healthcare to all, right? Mm-hmm. And then remember how we Chinese people did that to the most vulnerable population, the
I don't
Uyghur people?
I don't know what my understanding is that it is the systemic depopulation of a group native to that area
Yeah.
by the Chinese government.
You know what's a systemic depopulation? Student loans. How much money are you on? How much money do you owe the government?
Right
You're
now?
a slave. You're a slave to their society.
I'm talking about the fact that a
Yes.
state-sponsored murdering program of a bunch of innocent people. What is your stance
Oh
on this?
yeah. Remember how you imprisoned Mi Huangzhou, the Huawei CEO, right? You just imprisoned her.
I think we've gotten off topic.
Yeah,
here.
exactly.
You didn't
Yeah.
make a point there. So when are you going back to China? There,
I can't go back.
why not?
Remember 100 years ago, Chairman Mao said there's 4 great pests. One of them is rabbits. I can't go back to China ever. They're gonna kill me immediately
Oh,
because
yeah?
I ate too much rice. That's
So, I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah.
I'm not familiar with this Chairman Mao, though. But
oh, it's good that you didn't.
so you're saying you're Canadian now? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I guess I'm Canadian. Yeah.
Do you have a Canadian name?
Wabbit.
You really like
Because it's rabbit and then like wabbit, right? Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah, it's like one rabbit, wabbit. Yeah.
I don't understand at all.
It's a funny joke in China. The Chinese audience is laughing right now. It's like,
Yeah?
this guy gets me, wabbit, right? It sounds funny.
Is our show big in China?
Now it will be, right?
Well,
right?
you
You got to put more Asian people up on this show.
You're
right?
like the Farley Mowat
Yeah.
of China.
Yeah.
So how are you enjoying being a Canadian?
It's great. I like your beaver, right?
Yeah.
They chew trees. Can't do that in China. You can't just chew trees and make a dam.
No? Well,
Unless it's a state-sponsored dam, then it's all cool. But like
cancel
private
my.
people can't make dams in China. I like your beaver. Yeah,
I'm not
right?
going to China. No,
And
you
your
can't chew
goose,
trees.
your goose tastes delicious. Like it's
Goose tastes delicious.
yeah. Those gooses that are everywhere in the parks.
Yeah. Those are wild animals.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then they become wild dinner, right? Right, delicious goose.
Have you learned anything interesting in your time in Canada?
Oh yeah. That time when they that the hockey thing they did.
Right. Yeah.
When you do the fucking, the hockey thing. That one time when the maple syrup and the hockey and the beavers and the fucking.
We have done a lot of things on the show that we regret. I don't think any would top what we've just done here. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Chinese Easter Money. You've been a guest.
Yes.
Do you have any parting words of wisdom that you'd like to share with our audience? Thank you, Chinese Easter Bunny, for teaching us absolutely nothing and wasting our time. Our first guest
Well said,
tonight, very, very funny stand-up comedian. I've seen her at the Edinburgh Fringe Festival, the Melbourne Comedy Festival, travels all over the world. Most importantly, she's here for us tonight. Please welcome the very funny Sharon Mahoney.
Hey, everybody, how you doing?
Good. Yay.
All right, it's great to be here. Look at you. Look at you over there. Don't you look cute, you little pretty boy bunny?
Thank you.
Look at that. What a beautiful audience.
Yes.
What a beautiful audience. How you doing? You having a good night?
Yeah.
Yeah. So what brings you out to comedy?
Watching girls and do comedy.
You like watching girls do comedy, do
Yeah.
you? Oh, wow. That's weird.
What? Why?
You know what I said.
What?
So have you heard of this bold cougar that's been attacking in Coquitlam?
Yeah, I heard of that. That was on the news, right?
Yeah, it was on the news. You know why? Because that bold cougar, it likes attacking young, innocent pets.
What?
Like pretty little bunnies sitting in the corner of a comedy room, creepily watching girls doing
What?
stand-up.
Are we still talking about cougars?
Oh,
or-
you know what I'm talking about, you little shit.
What?
Yeah, you do. You know what the best part of being a cougar is?
Yeah?
All you have to be is mildly sexually attractive, and you can go up to a young, innocent sort of piece of prey and just be like, you shut your mouth, you little shit. You don't even know what you're talking about. I've been giving blowjobs longer than you were even sperm.
What are you talking about? Are we talking about animals?
Oh, you know what I'm talking about, you little animal. Yeah.
Oh, like,
You know what the best part, too, is? You know how cougars attack?
yeah.
Yeah, they don't stalk. They just stare at them. They just creepily stare them down because they know they're superior. And then when they know they've got them in a vulnerable position, they just jump out of nowhere, jump on its back, and bite its neck.
What does this have to do with, what?
I like to call that one the reverse grab 'em by the pussy.
Oh, what's going on?
Quit acting so innocent, you little shit. You know what you want.
I just want to eat carrots.
Oh, you want to eat carrots, do you? Oh, you little pervert.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is that what you like? You like hopping around with your little basket, delivering chocolates, eating phallic-looking carrots?
I'm an Easter bunny.
You little weirdo. You shut your mouth when you speak up. You shut your mouth.
You know what? I'm just gonna go.
You're going to go?
Yeah.
Where are you going to go?
Yeah, just go shove this carrot up your ass.
Oh, you little shit. Fuck you.
All right, Sharon, that was a lot of fun. Do you typically end shows with chasing out audience members?
Only bunny rabbits that are cute and Asian.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Well, he's
It's my preference.
He's definitely Asian. So good to see you.
Likewise.
It's been a
How
while.
are you, Brett?
I'm not doing well, but
No?
it doesn't matter. How are you?
I'm fine. I'm sorry. I'm doing great. I'm
Yeah?
good. Yeah, I apologize.
You don't have to apologize. You're doing well. So you love the pandemic? These are good for you?
Well, I'm not loving it, but it is what it is. You know,
a pandemic where people are dying. Yeah.
It is. Yeah, that's legitimately.
Have you got it?
I don't think I don't know. I possibly could have had it and been, asymptomatic. Or there was a period of time, like back in the fall, when I just felt like fluey and kind of like nauseous.
Yeah.
And then I was like, oh, maybe I got the COVID. But now
I
it's
should
like,
go to the mall.
Yeah, no. But now anything, you just sort of assume you got the COVID.
Yeah, yeah, generally. It is really
It's like, I have an itchy vagina, you got the COVID.
I have that. It was just gonorrhea.
I know.
So that's it's always good to see familiar faces again because of course there's no real comedy going on during the pandemic. We don't get together in groups. Now you
Yeah.
do shows. You do like Zoom shows. You're at home.
Yeah.
You're talking to your camera doing jokes.
I
which
know.
is,
It's awkward. I mean, it's like, it's kind of like phone sex. Like you're
talking to your dad
You're not
and,
necessarily alone, but it's still like masturbation.
Do you masturbate during these shows?
Well, yeah, you could literally because you can only see from here up. So
I think an audience member was doing that last night.
they
with,
were. They
to you,
literally
wasn't
were.
it?
There was
Yeah.
a guy I was bantering with in the audience, and it literally looked like he was giving himself a hand job, and it was his thing.
I like when you call him masturbating, give himself a hand job. So
Yeah.
it's so much classier.
Yeah.
And then he gave himself $40 for
He
that.
had paid for it too. Yeah, yeah.
That's what have you gone anywhere? Have you gone on vacation overseas?
Well, no, not since we've been restricted to stay here.
Yeah,
I
we're
mean,
not allowed to
I
go.
have
You can go, but
I have
like-
gone to my bedroom and then my living room, and then when I get crazy, I take a venture into the kitchen.
Yeah.
That's me traveling these days.
Do you live alone? Do you live with people?
I do. I have an apartment. Yeah. Which is it's actually
I'm
kind
not
of.
asking you your address. I'm
Yeah,
just-
whatever you
It's
do,
okay.
don't tell.
You can come over. You can be in my bubble.
Oh,
you
I'm
can
allowed
come
to.
anytime.
So it's where that works. It's like, yeah, I don't know. You're not in my bubble. I can't hang out with you or not.
Yeah.
That's why just do whatever you want.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Are you gonna get vaccinated or are you scared of
Oh,
autism?
I'll get vaccinated totally.
Yeah?
Especially if it's like if you get like a vaccine passport, if it gives you more freedom to do stuff, I'll be right in there. I'll
Yeah?
take it. Yeah.
That's you like try to cross the borders with it. Like I've been vaccinated. Like no,
Yeah.
this is not an actual passport.
Yeah.
I don't know how it works. So yeah, you have a very funny like a one woman show.
Yeah.
It's which is like a one man show, but it's for women.
It is. I know. It's funny how it works that way.
It's I just learned the other day.
Gender's just a construct, apparently.
It's I don't even know what construct means. I went to a one them show. That was something else.
That's great. This is a one they show.
It's-
A one they show.
Yeah, we're talking about the audience members. They left. So tell us about your show.
Yeah. So the one show that we're talking about is called Thunder Cunt, and it's a stand-up comedy show that is all about empowerment. It also talks about censorship, and it talks about several different themes. But in general, it's kind of like why are certain things censored in our society, and other things are we're told that they're great. But then when you actually look into a lot of it and the history and the research of where a lot of these things come from, a lot of the things like propaganda that they're selling us that are supposed to be, wholesome and whatnot, they're actually really weird and fucked up.
Such as?
Like say, I think there's a lot of like fairy tales that are really weird that they teach young children to grow up on. I talk about Cinderella in my show, and I'm like, why are we teaching little girls about Cinderella? Like it's a fucked up story.
What's fucked up about it?
Well, from my perspective, I'm like, here's a girl who is bullied because she's pretty, and
Stupid bitch.
yeah, I know. Like, so fuck her. So these other stepsisters are really jealous because she's pretty, and then her stepmother comes along, who's basically like Martha Stewart on acid, and then tells her what you have to do is pimp yourself out, go to a ball so that you'll look
Whore it
pretty,
up.
whore it up, bitch, so that you'll look good for a man who's going to save you, and so it's kind of like there's a lot of like victimization in it, where I was sort of like one of my favorite princess stories was like Princess Leia, where she was a rebel commander
And made out with her brother.
and there was a lot of incest,
Yeah, traditional. Actually, if you want to talk traditional, that's in the book, the good
Yeah.
book. Alex, have you ever made out with a sibling?
No, Brett. Well, hang on. What sibling mean again?
Is sibling a cousin? That's, Thunder Cunt. I thought
Yeah.
it was about storms and cunts, but
Yeah, well, it is, and it gets to that. So it's
How
sort
do
of
you mix
like
those two together?
Yeah. So the idea of like I talk about things that we are, sort of like cliches and things that we're taught and sold that are, supposed to be. This is what we're supposed to embrace. But when you actually look at it, you kind of go, these are kind of weird things. And then yet the word cunt, we're all told, is the worst thing you can ever say, and it's the most offensive thing you can
My
call
girlfriend
to a
hates
woman.
when I call her that.
And actually, when you find out where it comes from and the meaning of it, it's all Greek mythology. That's all about. She was the goddess of fertility. And so now basically we've taken the goddess of fertility and made it the most vulgar, obscene thing in the world. But yet then we teach kids these stories about victimization is for girls is great, but something being a goddess and powerful and fertile being cunt is bad. So it's more about like looking at. I mean, it's a comedy show, but it's also looking at these
nothing
kind
funnier
of
than
things.
kids getting bullied into bad ideas.
Yeah, so it's the idea of like why is this word wrong? We're told that this word is wrong, but why is it wrong? And if the word is so wrong, like who's deciding that these words are wrong?
The Pope, right?
Yeah, exactly.
I would say
Some
a bunch
cunt.
of cunts.
Yeah.
So I like the fact that you're probably the only person that's ever Googled cunt to like actually learn something. Like,
Oh yeah.
that's.
But you know what? I can guarantee you, I'm not the only person that's Googled cunt.
I did it during the break. Yeah, I'm surprised I got back in time. It only was a minute.
Yeah.
But so where can the audience learn more about you?
You can go on my website, SharonMahoney.com, and also I am on TikTok. I've got I've almost got 1,000 followers now. I am killing it on TikTok.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's good. I'm not on. What TikTok that you make? I know what it is.
It's hilarious. It's actually really funny. What's great about it is that the videos can only be 59 seconds or less. So it really, really forces you to trim the fat of stuff. And
That
yeah.
won't work for us. The show is all fat.
Yeah.
We are the most obese show on the internet. So thank you for joining us. The audience, hopefully they'll be able to catch you when they go see shows again in person.
Yeah.
You'll be online, maybe doing another comedy night in Canada.
Yeah.
Any last words for all the cunts listening at home?
Oh, I don't know. Have a cunty day. It was Women's Day recently. So I say
just the worst.
I know, absolutely. Just a bunch of cunts that are empowering themselves. It's like the straight white man's fucking nightmare, isn't it? It's
It
Women's
really
Day.
was. Like I just thank God it's over. That day I try to sleep through it. Thank you for being here.
It's a pleasure, Brett, and it's always a pleasure to see. I mean that genuinely. It's always a pleasure. I've known you for 15 years, and
it's been a
you're
while.
always a nice person in the scene, and you're a great comic. So it's a pleasure to be here. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Both are lies, but great to have you. You're very funny, very talented, and a very nice one. Ladies and gentlemen, Sharon Mahoney, thank you for joining us. I feel smarter already after all that.
You don't look it, Brett.
Well, it's because I'm just mesmerized by the genius there.
Right.
It's been a great show. Had a lot of fun. Thank you very much to our guest, Sharon Mahoney. Chinese Easter Bunny, no thank you. Carl Turnbull, thank you. Jake Reed, you're fantastic. Thank you. Brian, you did great. Your pants completely no holes in them this week, correct? Yeah, you nailed it, buddy. You did pretty good. Do you have any words of wisdom you'd like to share with the audience before we go? We'll bleep that out.
Yeah, we can edit that, eh?
Yeah. He just said that he loves his cousin romantically. I don't know why he would say that. Odd. It's a weird thing to declare. But
Especially when you have holes in your pants, right?
especially when his cousin's right here.
Yeah.
But it's been a fun show. And most importantly, Alex, thank you for being here.
Oh, no problem, man. Thanks for having me. It's so fun.
It was a pleasure. One Friday we filling for Sam. Wish he could do it all the time. And Sam just wasn't ever even part of the show. But he'll be back next time. Again, where can the audience learn more about you?
At samtawning.com.
That's the best place to get a virus from. So everyone at home, stay safe. Don't get COVID or scabies. Have a great night. We'll see you soon. Take care. Good night.
复活节快乐！